Good evening. Welcome, Wandering Beekeeper here. So glad to have you here. It's uh it's always a week, isn't it? Here at Lake Wobegon. It's in the town that I am forgotten the decades cannot improve. Pardon me, segueing into a Garrison Keeler of so early. Sometimes. We are here at the start of the second run of Mask of the Rose. Going to be taking a little bit of a different approach going in here this time. I'll be taking more of a scream and leap approach and going for the wild risks because this is, after all, Fallen London, and it is one of those games where you need to do outrageous things in order to get ahead. So, we will be looking at a couple of things along the way. Let us fade over here, and there we are. Demon Dog, good to see you. Glad you could make it. I believe, yes, I have a few new sigils. Not as many as I could have. It's possible to get several of the ending achievements in one go if you play this game right. So, we already had the weight that pulls all under the Perilous Descent Without Cessation, the Forge of Souls, Adversity of the Gravitational Pull. That got us through the season of Yule, and I believe the sigil in the game page on Steam actually lists this as testing. The opening of Uncertain Things. This is a game ending. We ended the game with a profusion of small and unexpected friends. One of my favorite bits of Fallen London, as I've rhapsodized about before on stream. But I do love the concept of Rattus Faber and the idea of the rats gaining speech and bipedal stance and being very clever with tiny tools, but still being rats. the liberation of roses. This was the season of the rose. Got to pick that up, and that was the thing there. That was the Halleymas Confession. So we missed quite a lot. Got a lot of empty spaces there. So I'm going to be just diving in and sort of speed running this at this point. I'm going to try and blap through and see where we go if I'm much more aggressive. I won't be reading the text out loud for the most part. We've already done that. We'll be discussing the points along the way, and we'll just see where we go. It's been a bit of a day. I turned out 5,000 words today. I'm rather shocked. I knew my writing speed had picked up a bit, but I kept coming back to this scene in Bread Spotting, and it started out as a few hundred words, less than 1,000, less than 500, I think. A few paragraphs of notes. This morning and this evening, it's 5,031 words, and it's ready to do the recording and be released, and I'm just... So I've been immersed in 1850s London for a large part of the day, and in the doings of the Bappers as one of the big main scenes of the story plays out. This is the Sabotage Run, and yes, I know I'm taking up time for Mask of the Rose. It's my stream. But, this is the Sabotage Run, where the Bappers send a team into the Stickney and Putnam's delivery yard to get some of their own back. And yeah, there are a couple of very large things that happen during the scene and as a result of the scene, and yeah, getting through that. That's tomorrow morning. I'll be recording it, and then it'll go out. We will see at some point during the stream in the chat, there will be a URL for my coffee shop. For the I have my work on coffee.com these days. Find their policies more amenable than any of the others. Patreon just wasn't. Patreon was going in a direction I didn't want to go. I've had good luck with coffee, with a couple of other projects. Doing a Dickensian serial novel in irregular installments seems like the sort of thing that coffee works well for. We'll see. I've got 3 followers there right now. A few did not come over from Patreon. That happens. We're going to start a new game. Alright, your first foray into Mask of the Rose is unlikely to end as happily as you might hope. No kidding. Never mind. Savor your successes, delight in your disasters, try again wiser in the ways of the Neath. The city is thick with secrets, but they can't hide from you. Let's begin. Alright. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. We're just going to go popping through here. And let's see. What options do I have? I could be the dock worker's child. That puts me in contact with Wolfstack Docks. Oh no, says Demon Dog. The docks are allied with the working class and with criminals. Not bad sorts, really, in many ways. A child of the gentry. Bad sorts in many ways. The landed gentry hobnob in high society and with the constabulary. They hang out with the cops. Ew. At some point, we're probably going to have to go that way. A tailor did that one already. A housebreaker's child. My father was a housebreaker. His father was a highwayman. Oh, there's such a temptation to break into song, but if I do, my stream will get muted because it's the lyric is sung in the original recording by Johnny Cash, and I'll just leave it at that. We came down in the world, no longer doing our crimes on horseback, and then my father was arrested. And you start with a prisoner's jacket. That's a neat one. An undertaker. By going through the first run, I've unlocked some stuff. Have you ever heard the Highwayman song from Over the Garden Wall? Oh gosh, I don't think so. I'll have to look it up at some point. An arcane academic. Doing my treatise on Spinoza. There's a reference only a few people will get. So, you know what? Let's just go with the dock worker's child. This is the very first option the game presents to everybody at the even for your first run through, and yeah, I'm just gonna go with the dock worker's child. Names. Mademoiselle is not going to work for a dock worker's child. I want to go with a gendered or non-gendered title. That's always a question here. Dock worker's child making lieutenant? I don't know. Don't usually get promoted into the into officer's country. Well, let's see. I played someone indefinite last time. Well, it really doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot. Romancing is irregardless of plumbing down here. So let's just go with Brother Romash. Sure. This is a... Let's get this started. That's me. Romesh to my friends, brother to strangers. Boop, 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 boop. That's how I was addressed even before London fell. Sure, that's what they called me on board the ship. We'll go with... Let's go with this rather rakish looking young fellow with the fancy Duran Duran hair. Okay. Friendship and physical intimacy, but no romantic emotions. You know what? Let's go with whatever comes my way. I said I was going to be going for a scream and leap approach. Okay. Heart's desire, passionate romance. That sounds brilliant. Let's go with this. Brother Romesh. Go. Right. We get through all this. Got the badge, which I have to wear anytime I go to the office, but don't wear it any other time. Change my outfit. What have I got available? Lapel. I'm gonna go with the fake but vibrant corsage as my default. And sailor's top. It brings all the merits of sailors, contempt for landlubbers and toffs, solidarity with one's own, and a rich vocabulary of insult and mockery. I like that. Let's just be rude. Sure. I look like I belong on the docks and like I might speak my mind too much. I'm good with that. Demon Dog, if you've got a URL for the Highwayman song from Over the Garden Wall, you could drop it on the Matrix server. Alright, welcome to your attic. Doing the saving thing. Alright, I've just set my outfit. Let's head outside, and the only outside I can do is to go out to the host a visitor before bed. Let's just pop on through and we get Grizz. I dare to name the frightening things out there. Right. Let's see, I can offer encouragement, confront her with her own mistakes. I'm not that obnoxious. I put it there. Thank you, Demon Dog. I could, being open and building trust or relying on dark humor, either one sound to me. This is Grizz. Let's be open and build trust. Ask her about the holes in the paper. She doesn't answer that. And do they have claws, whatever their methods? Is she trying to take claws metaphorically, or is she just dodging the question entirely? That's a yeah. Alright, fine. Put on the ministry badge. Do the thing the way she wants me to do it. Oh dear. Let's just move on. Is that a word? Establishmentation? Enthusiastic embellishers of the language. And a fourth character, very disreputable. Point out that there used to be more lodgers. Yeah, I'm not going to linger over the census. And that should give me a completed census page. Okay, here's Archie. Point out that he could knock before entering my room. It was a bit rude of him. I'm not going to flirt with Archie right now. Let's just guess. Let's be a little barbed here. Uh-oh. Ah, the Maps and Atlases thing. Let's see if we can get Grizz to open up. Okay, so we've opened up a bit here. My opinion remains to be seen. I don't want to jump in with Archie first thing. That was, I still feel, an error last time. There are other people I want to go jump on at. Review the day. Okay, I need more census interviews. I have one census page. Good. It did fill out a census page, probably for Grizz. Let's see if we can get a bit more progress in the Season of Confessions this time. Okay, here we go with the bloody headline. Masters announce increased biscuit rations for hungry Londoners. I think it may be giving us the same headlines. Okay, I did not do the recall the past thing last time, and I need to make sure I do that every bloody time. Get the hell out of... How Her Majesty knew to send criers. The traitor queen. The palace has been shuttered since that day. The royal family do not emerge. No, they had to go with London in order for Albert to survive. It's a plague of Egypt. I sent a pleading look at Grizz. The Great Stink seemed like a supernatural visitation at the time, and there are perfectly scientific explanations for that. Real simple explanation. It was a dry summer. The Thames fell to unprecedentedly, there we go, unprecedentedly low levels, exposing very large tracts of the bottom of the Thames to the sun, and driving Parliament right out of Westminster with the resulting pong. Now Horatio relaxed. Let us not blame Mr. Bazalgette's excavations. Come on. Mr. Bazalgette made significant contributions to public health. What have we got? We didn't get anything on that one. Okay, it feels like using a river as a toilet is a bad idea. It really is a terrifically bad idea, and the Great Stink was the result, and from there, Joseph Bazalgette created the London sewer system, which didn't exactly improve the situation. All it did was send it down to the coast, where they dumped it into the ocean as the tide was going out. They had pumping stations, and they would let the sewage collect and then dump it into the ocean as the tide went out, so that the ocean would haul it away for them. Which, of course, you know, is going straight into the channel between England and France, and mind you, the French, well, we won't get into the toilet habits of the French. And now you can't use beaches in the Britain. Yeah, well, that does happen. It does happen, unfortunately. I'm going to change my outfit, get this bloody badge off, go back to the corsage, and head outside. Now, I can go into the boarding house, or I could take the census with Horatia or with Grizz. Oh, I must have gotten the census with Archie because I asked him the questions, and it didn't count the fake session with Grizz. That would get me 2 right there. Let's go on and do the census with Horatia. Yeah. Horatio doesn't attend much to what I wear. I'm satisfied with this. Let's just go with this. The only other option's kind of okay, in the basement. Bring up my recent memory of Horatio. Let's poke at that sore tooth there. Engineering accident. It would be put right. Little chance of that now. Yeah. The Besum's neighbors vanished overnight. Ugh. They're doomed. Alright. Don't have my badge with me, but, I'm doing this thing. I could go with the exact wording of the original census question, which would be lurid, to say the least. Let's find out what Mr. Pages wrote. Have you been enamorificated or impassionated? Were you in love when you were younger? Oh, when I was younger? You think no one takes an interest now? Pop. Oh, yeah. Goes to the door just about every morning. Giving the children not enough food. The masters are the... Well, I've been enamorificated or impassionated. I am happy that you have had these experiences, Demon Dog. Everybody should. Suggest the masters might help. Not a good idea. Let's just listen. Actively. I noticed it had two options. Listen and wait for the story to end. They're very different. Do I have a better approach to suggest? Alright, I'm not going to flirt with her. Yeah. Alright, Horatio and I should be friends. One more errand today before supper. Alright. Head outside and Thrall Street. Take the census with Harjit. Oh. It wants me to go talk with the cop. I'm absolutely... Let's get it over with. I'm not going to... You know what? This is going to be Harjit. I'm not going to be friendly with Harjit. I'm going to switch to the badge. Bugger that. Alright. Admires duty, but does not always care for the ministry. I'm satisfied with this. Okay, Harjit. Tintergrounds Synagogue. I have found the location. Oh, the asshole's hat. I don't know. It might actually work with the sailor suit. Could mutter ungraciously, influenced by the hat. I could thank him. I could take the hat off again. Took the hat off again. Thank him. Use the badge. Yeah. You aren't the only ones ever to count your citizens. There is that. He's got a good point there. Oh gosh. What is it? What do you wish to know? Let's just simply ask. Ask, making it clear this is for the census. And here. Okay, so we go through the thing about how Argit and, oh, laugh at his misfortune? No, not gonna be that much of a dick. Let's just poke at it. Do you still even want to find him? The moment I see him, I will know. Oof, yeah. I'll talk about my peculiar upbringing. Oof. England is not always kind even to its own, it seems. Oh, lordy. That's an understatement. Ask what he thinks of London. It has been taken by surprise, which serves it right. Do not like the city London was, and I do not like the city London will become. In time, she'll remember her confidence and try to rule again, unless Lady Griselda and her type fail. But the cracked and lost parts of London now, this is a place to love. People have no choice but to meet as equals now and then. I will take a darkly sympathetic view of matters. The East India Company may be gone, but the masters are in the bazaar and the Queen in her palace. London will remember what she was. Imperialism always resurfaces. Yes. Alright. We now go down to supper as a deliberate action because of the quality of life update. Alright, so we'll pop on through. Now, if we couldn't have supper instead, I'm famished. No bother. Eh. Like the nautical terminology here. That seems influenced, maybe. Alright, choice of character, and there it is, with the sigils on it. So that's what we've been looking at this whole time, is the bazaar. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's interesting. I can ignore the mood between them or don't. Just don't. Don't. I can acknowledge the introduction, express gratitude for the job, or stand well back and make no sudden moves, which seems actually the most prudent at this juncture, but I am not going to be getting anywhere if I'm prudent. I'm just going to let that pass without comment. Dispacificated towards silence, I see. Perhaps a clerk better suited to Mr. Iron. Well, I've got multiple finished census pages. We'll give him the one about Horatia and Tertragant and get a shiny penny. Is that an obol that he's giving me? Alright, riffling through the goals. The colors on the last sigil burn my eyes. Archie? And a few things that aren't even coins. Oh, the horse head. The horse heads, oh lordy, in Fallen London I was constantly finding the fool horse head amulets. They were everywhere. The previous civilization just loved them. Turned them up like chicken statues in Stardew Valley. Having already revelated that he is a lightless character. Lightless, that's interesting. Get tuppence for Harjit. Esquire maps need to be outlawed. Poke at it. The territory of the Neath is anti-dispacificated towards lying still. I beg your pardon. Expectations of a consistent layout. What? Oh, bother. Yeah, I am in debt to Horatia. I gotta pay Horatia some rent. Ugh. Let's just go with the first option here. Keep working on this. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. poke at that. Mr. Pages is a puzzle. Undercon Grizz, but I'm not sure I'd call it love. If it should say anything about its feelings, please tell me. She suddenly went from he to it. I can promote their connection, sure. Review the day in my journal. Okay. Save up 5 pennies, give them to Horatia. I got 4 pennies right now and no census pages. I need more pages. 2 pages, 2 pages, 2 pages, 2 pages. Everything goes to pages. Back, 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 and on we go. Wow, just like with me, the demon dog, who goes by he and it. Indeed. Mr. Pages and the demon dog have the same pronouns. A commonality, a verisimilification? Let's see, population in rats and spiders in London said to have tripled overnight. I think we are seeing the same headlines here. Okay, we don't have the build a story yet. We do have the recall the past, though, and that was always a thing. Let's go on and work through it. Let's just pop in with Archie here and go with the top item. Not the Welsh tornado. Reading a history of toxins. And the dose makes the poison. That's a bit anvilicious. Get rid of, pop that back over, and I don't think that hat is a good idea. That hat is makes me grumpy, and I'm not sure I like that. I don't know. Oh, what do we got? We got the synagogue, and there's the bazaar. Take the census with Grizz. Let's go on and get that out of the way. That's a penny that I can earn. I should change. I'm going to do the census with Grizz, I'm going to switch to the badge. And I'm going to put the hat on. See what that does. Grizz always likes the sight of the badge. I'm satisfied with this. We'll move on. Not an early riser. I could simply ask about her romantic commitments, or I could sour the mood somewhat. Let's just ask. I want to just walk through this. Ask how she broke it off. I left both the gentleman and my family. That is when I came to Horatia's. Possibly also when she put on trousers. As it didn't belong anywhere else. Poke at it again. Could be rid of one danger from all the dangers beneath. Melancholia is going to strike at any rate. It's never seeing the sun again, that's a problem. But I'm going to be dismal. Monkey's Paw. And unfortunately, Cogent Point. Do you suppose the fall was caused by someone who dislikes sunburn? No. It's caused by collecting. And run another errand before supper. Alright, that's got me a census form. Change outfit. Get rid of this fool hat. Go to the fake but vibrant corsage. I don't like this hat. It's an unfriendly hat. Go to the synagogue and look for potential census fillers. I'm going to be satisfied with this. Now, here's David and Rachel. Try to draw a personal connection. Call it character research. I'm going to talk up the lurid misery of my nightmares. Let's just go for it. Yeah. Let's poke at the first thing here. Character research, yeah, write novels. Published one chapter at a time in the Lily of London magazine. Oh, Rachel is doing a serial novel like I'm doing, with bread spotting. There were a lot of novels in the era that were published one chapter at a time in magazines. The magazines were extremely popular at the time. We've lost, I think, something by not having that sort of media. So, let's see. Ask what her story is about. Yeah. You want to know, you can buy the magazine. I could make a great show of sympathy. I could mock her. Let's make a great show of sympathy. And we'll get census information. Simply ask. Simply ask. Charlotte Carringham. Me and David had an understanding. Converted in any case. Becoming Christian suited her social aspirations. Rachel. Oh, Rachel backs up and is now looking grumpy. Yes, I take leave to dislike your unworthy suitors as heartily as you dislike mine. He doesn't approve of the demon, the devil, whatever, Milton. Milton is a yellow-eyed, flash-dressed, hot-handed creature at least 2 decades too old for my sister. My, he piled on there. Spiteful, hateful, acid-eyed creature, a pupil with no scruples who do better than the teacher. Rumors of devils are frequent in the city. Perhaps Milton is one of them. In our previous playthrough, we have, in fact. Enter more information about Rachel's unsuitable friend. Supplied Society have broken someone in the fall, haven't they? Nothing of the sort. He's a devil, or rather he belongs to the group using that name. Milton is an artistic inspiration. He's a muse. Milton is amused. Okay. Okay, she's doing character-driven fiction. Imagine them in new circumstances and their reactions write themselves. Characters frequently do that. James in the installment today just flatly showed up and was rather pert about it. Alright, cracked by the fall. Still observe pattern in what I see. Let's give her the poke. You must learn to write when it is not easy. Milton helps me sort the rest of the world. Even a viscountess running down the street in her peignoir. It's easy to understand a misbehaving viscountess. Well, true. Rose-scented cigars. Take census information about Rachel. Oh, I'm not going to bother with that original. Ooh, Milton is only a friend, and David turned away from her just as well, too. In the times before, you would never have darkened the door of such a person. Ask David about his work. I'm going to keep talking with it until I run it out. Money in the funds and interest in several businesses in London and elsewhere. In the funds, stock market, I'm thinking? The time was when I used to be very busy answering letters from Livorno, from Amsterdam. Not so extensively occupied. Alright, I have her card, and I have the Landau's townhouse. Brilliant, I've cracked that open. I'm going to court Rachel. Let's see. Oh, hey, there's my coffee page in the chat. Coffee.com. That will get you to the page where I am posting the installments of Bread Spotting. We're about to go down to dinner here at the boarding house. Bread Spotting, I just completed chapter 20 today. 20 chapters. There's only 10 more planned at the moment. We'll see how that works. No battle plan has ever survived contact with the enemy. That sentence has been coming up a lot lately. It came up in regard to the story I'm writing, in regard to what happened in the story. It's come up now. It just keeps cropping back up. Good heavens. So, but yes, Bread Spotting. Go see it. And we'll go down to supper. And if you're enjoying Fallen London, enjoying a straight-up historical fiction without a fantasy element, you might find it. You find it good. Let's see, the woman. Nightmares again. Ask about her complaint first. Oh, he's devoted himself to the Fathom King and cannot speak, only sing. He's a drowny. I think we've seen that before, and I commented at the time. Yep. Useful stuff. Keep quiet and eat. Useful stuff, opium. You can do all sorts of things with it if you know what you're doing in the lab. Alright, I don't have the story mechanic yet. Alright, it's evening. It says I can head outside. Talk with Archie before bed. Let's find out what's going on here. So, cartography, this discussion. Point out I'm always interested in him. Let's flirt a little bit. Not that I mind you giving me that look. Rubber ducking. William already knows. Skip tutorial. That gets me to the story mechanic. There we go. Okay. There we go. This will get me to the story mechanic. Yes, of course it's dangerous. Of course I'm going to join him in the search for truth. Fiat veritas rot coelum. I had a character in a tabletop game, John Wick's 7th Sea, a number of years ago that my spouse was running. My character was from Eisen, and from the Free City, which is a fairly tough place. He was a somewhat harsh character. And yeah, that was kind of his motto. Let the truth be said, be spoken till the heavens fall. It's a variation of a legal maxim, fiat justitia verat coelum, let justice be done till the heavens fall. It is more important that justice be done than anything else happen. Alright, so we have, well, we're getting all sorts of stuff piling up here. We gotta get stuff done. We gotta get some stuff done here. Story crafting ideas discovered. Tick, 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 tick. Whoa. Holy cow, that all ticked up. And that had been building up for a little while, hadn't it? Okay, see if we got a new... Masters of the Bazaar prohibit burning of more than 6 candles at once. Candle shortage ongoing. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've got this cough tonight that's... I keep not hitting the mute button. Okay, assignment. We gotta offer Archie a story. It's starting locked. Mr. Page is in London. Mr. Pages did something that's locked. Action. No, it took unknown actions. New the Neath changed. Save and exit. We'll add that. recall the past and see if we get anything useful out of it. Alright, let's just work our way down from the top and see what all we can get through here. We've done this one before where Harjit checked on us. Let's just put Horatio who answered him. That gets that settled. We were glad when he left. I don't know what he was looking for, but I have the notion I didn't want him finding it here. Yeah, get rid of the cop. I'm sorry, if he wants sympathy, he's got to find a new profession here. Alright. This is what I've got to work with. Head outside. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the boarding house. Boarding house, I could build a friendship with Horatia. I could continue my romance with Rachel or take the census with Phoebe, which I really ought to do. Let's go on and get a census done first before I do any story advancement. Really got to pound away at this. Let's see. Ain't much. Explain that I'm working for the ministry, don't have the badge on, yada yada. Shows no enthusiasm for the ministry. Whoops. Oh, I get to be dramatic and wipe tears from my eyes. Could flirt with her. I think it should be off now. My opinion remains to be seen as Phoebes goes. Alright, that gets me another page. Got 4 census pages here. That's rather a good amount here. Continue my romance with Rachel. Nothing I can do at the synagogue. I could pick up a route from Harjit. I think I should change my outfit, flip over to the badge, and then go off to the bazaar and provide Mr. Pages with some additional census forms. Where is the screaming in such an account? These novels have been disappointing. Oh, let's talk about Rachel. Help Grizz ask Rachel to Landau for writing work. Here's a whole new quest that I've just discovered. I didn't see this one last time. Oh, yes. Let's go one page at a time here. See how he reacts to each one. Oh. Expectated. Rachel. 2 pennies. Much more intrigued by her employment. I must hope she is proliferant. Everybody wants the product from Rachel. Her publisher's after her, Mr. Pages is after her. We hope that she has actual readers out there picking up the Lily of the Strand, or whatever the heck the magazine was called. Readers are so important. A play with no audience is called a rehearsal. Can take my opinion without flinching under its stare. Let's see. We have Phoebe. Used to the transaction now. 7 forms thus far. A pop. 7 forms. That gets me the black coat. Oh, that was my favorite item on of clothing on the last run. A hard thing to say. Not into the future. Thank you, I suppose. Begone. Oof. Click on a polished floor. Yeah, let's go home. Change outfit. Get rid of the bloody badge. Good for the complexion. Go off to dinner. Alright, I've got the black coat already. There we go. Feeling like I'm making a bit more progress here. Oh. Oh my, I hope that wasn't somebody we knew. Ask what's in it. Judge just by the flavor, it'll be a chewy type of fish. Makes a change from mushrooms. Let Grizz say whatever she is burning to say. You went fishing? It was a gift from someone I traded for gripe. The masters warned me against eating things from the river. Not sure it was the river he caught it from. Tell me anything. Guess that it's something other than fish. He had the meat in a big bag, a very big bag, and stained dark. I made him swear it wasn't human before I'd take it. Go ahead and eat. Yeah, let's hope that wasn't anybody we knew. Oh, that would be bad. The squid-faced men are not human. I'd really hate to think of someone going all delicatessen on one. Have you seen the movie Delicatessen? If you haven't seen the movie Delicatessen, you really must see it. It's a French film, a black comedy about, well, about a clown who is stranded in a small village after some sort of some sort of collapse. Something very bad happened and things fell apart, and Dominique Pignon plays the lead, and it's one of those. Yes, it's just, I'm really fond of his work and Audrey Tautou and a few others. There are some French movies I've gotten very into. But yeah, you should see Delicatessen, because there is a point where a thing happens that I'm not going to talk at all about. I don't want to spoil, but you'll understand when you see the movie. Okay, help Grizz ask Rachel Landau for writing work. I gotta go talk with that. I gotta go do that. Let's zoom onward here. It is R. We bang onward. Parliament buildings visible in river are all parliamentarians feared drowned. I'm sorry, the phrase "a good start" comes to mind? I mean, there are a few crossbenchers who might be worth saving, but in general, I mean, yeah, there's so much about Parliament. Oh, we'll do the recall the past thing. I'm just going to be picking the one off the top. Oh, lordy. Interesting that Harjit talks about looking for his husband, and yet here we have Archie providing medication to be given to ease the passage of such a person. Is Harjit looking for someone he knows to be dead, or has he had a break and forgotten that his husband died? That's a good question. Okay, I need to introduce Grizz to Rachel Landau. I should change. I'm going to get rid of the rather flippant item and go to the black coat, which I had good luck with last time. That'll do. I'm sorry, it's going to do well. I have to do well enough. I just can't bring myself to use the items that make me annoying. Grizz. Grizz does not like Miss, or her full name. I never read novels. I don't understand where you've come. Okay, I need to tactfully explain because Grizz is not handling it. Secretary and supplies would help a little bit, but honestly, what really helps is being able to write and having the headspace. Some muses inspire, mine exasperates. Creeping backwards into government. Gold links in her cuffs. Not a standard difficulty. I also don't understand the difficulty. Not the only one to ask such questions. Their intentions are hard to read. We brought books by the wheelbarrow, new and old, our reader, and there's one particular reader has rejected everything Pages has brought to him. We will pay for every chapter on the love of Neath-dwelling Londoners. My companion, Patriot Romesh, will help you. Say I won't help. The devil I will. Helping Rachel might be preferable to census-taking. Need a plot about how my heroine recovers from her betrothal to someone left behind on the surface. Okay, this gets me into that quest. There we go. Help Rachel plot her next story. That got me into that. We only want the tales and the Neath's heart's blood. Alright, so Rachel's gained a patron. She wants to talk. Oh, though of course they'd never swear her in, actually. They did eventually. This was in 1862. At the beginning of the game, it gave us the date 1862. It is, I think, a few years before one of the Rothschilds stands for election and wins. At which point, Parliament really had no choice but to modify their rules to allow a Jew to join in the House of Commons. From there, they let the Catholics in. Yeah, we won't get into that whole thing, but yeah, it's a few years before. I forget which Rothschild it was, but it was one of that family. Let's see. Admit I am attracted to Rachel. Decide to speed along a connection between Grizz and Rachel, or leave well enough alone. I'm going to just tell her. I got the hots for her. I like her myself. No. Not exactly. I could ask neutrally whether Grizz has feelings for Rachel, or ask no questions to which I don't want to. Oh, I want to know. I want to poke my nose in. One cannot say. Grizz is not one to kiss and tell. But, oh, build a story. I need to build a story, construct a plot for Rachel. It has to have some stuff. Grizz is the character who? Let us go with Milton. What did Milton do? Milton suggested an affair. She expressed disapproval. Save and exit. That'll get me a few questions I can ask. Leaves me a lot of gaps. Alright, I got 9 pence. I need to go pay Horatia the first half of what I owe her. Let's clear that quest item. I want to aggressively go for it. Satisfied with this. Here we go. Okay, and let's see. Mention the discovery that Parliament ended in the river. Ugh. Simply drop this topic. Okay. Price of mushrooms, difficulty finding fuel, teeth and snakes, and the occupants of our dreams. Give Horatia half my back rent. I believe I owe you something, as a matter of fact. Alright, goal complete. Now we're another... Well, if that was half, then it should be another 5. Yep. Best we'll have to wait. Alright, finish paying my back rent. Speaks for a moment. Offer Horatia my friendship. Alright, apologize for my history and promise to do better. I'll be doing the washing up from this point on. Well, had a bad time. Alright. Let's shake her hand. Don't try for the hug. Let's see. I'm in no hurry to change what we are now. Just set up a thing here with her. Let's just leave that. Alright, what else have I got? Going down to supper. Let's reassure Archie. Positively Greek. Chris does not look thrilled with the idea of... Ask me for what? I'm telling you before, I can't sit off the masters. Living in London. Make a great show of sympathy. Oh no. Oops. Make sure to help clear the dishes after eating. There we go. Improve that relationship. Review the day. Okay. Finish paying my back rent. Help Rachel plot her next story. Archie theories about the ministry. And I still have to bang on with the census. Morning of the newspaper. Marcianus accused of liaisons with squid-faced men. Rumors of octopod heir to the Marquisate. Okay. Let's just move on from that one. Okay, we want to do the recall the past thing. See how much of this I can get through this time. Alright, just pick off the one at the top here. Yeah. Those few things would be worth a fortune now. Oh, there we go. Got it rolling forward. Let's see. Got it on autoplay finally. There we are. Everly. The Everly townhouse are to slide off into the Thames. Would not be going to investigate. Alright. What all have we got? We've got... I can go to Thrall Street and get a route from Harjit. I can go here and pedal around. I can go here and pedal around. Let's start with Thrall Street and asking Harjit to show me a route, because I need to open a location. Let's just see what I can get. Satisfied with this. I'm going to be just open about this and just flatly tell him. The thing has happened to Archibald. Ask what he's talking about. Confused, talking about monsters that come out of the water. Alright, yeah, something more yeah, we don't know what's happened to some of these people. Hogs Lane Market, St. Albans Proto-Martyr Church, the Devil's Townhouse, or the Menace Eradicator's shop. Let's go on and get Hogs Lane Market opened up here. Right, Hogs Lane Market. Got that opened up. Which introduces me to Ivy. Let's just break the ice with the news of the mysterious behavior. No, that's not the full story. Oh dear. I doubt you can afford to hear the rest. You could respond flirtatiously, you could express disappointment in the... Comment on how society's true nature is showing. Poke at that. That just shows a bit more bother. Basket of so-called fish. Still don't even have her name. Let's see. I'm in the University, Government Society, the top hat, suitable for making new friends. Quite a lot of stuff she's got here. But, you know... Oh, there's the hat. Oh my, that is such... that is the mushroom hat. That was a successful item last time, and... Let's, if I overpay for it, it gets me a bonus later on. stylish top hat with mushrooms. Here we go. Continue. And be off now. Ask for Ivy. My opinion remains to be seen. Person, Ivy. Okay. Room zoom zoom. Change outfit. Hat. Hat. Go back. There we go. I have the mushroom top hat. There we are. Brilliant. And outside, what else have we got? Tintagram Synagogue. And his townhouse. That see whether he needs anything. Actually, seeing whether Horatio needs anything could get me into the storyline about the squid-faced man. Let's go poke into that. I'm going to pop into this one. I'm sorry, that is still just rude. Oh my gosh, you're still here. I thought you'd been dead by now. No. One's a kindness to the lodgers, one involves strange creatures. Let's go for the strange creatures. I have a confession. Enormous tentacle in the basement. And then stealing the odd supplies. Okay, lurking in the dark where the caves have opened on the south bank. Admit is quiet. Assume she wants me to go there. Except that there may be a connection between our tentacle and sinkhole. You want me to go down there and see if there's a connection? Learn about the origin of tentacled creatures below. There we go. It'll be Harjit. I'm in no hurry to change what we are now. Beneath London. Story crafting idea. Alright, build a story. Let's go look at this and... No, that's still the same thing. Alright. I need to take this story idea to Rachel at some point, but apparently I've got to go talk with somebody first, or go... Oh, hello, it's Reverend Withernwick. Yeah, Reverend Withernwick. Theophilus. Let's just draw a personal connection. It is a Yorkshire name. Oh dear. Let's keep quiet and let him talk. A Devilus. calmly accept that devils go around asking for people's souls. St. Albans Proto-Martyr. Alright. Make sure to help clear the dishes. I've got to go talk with Harjit about a couple of things now, don't I? Bother. Review the day in my journal. Ask Harjit for guidance. Yeah. Person, Theophilus. He's Theophilus we've ever seen. Alright, rock on. We move on. Another morning, another newspaper. London swallowed whole by a Leviathan. Oops. I'm gonna have to stop the autoplay. We just riffled through a little too quickly. We'll do the recall the past thing. Glimpse something in a bit of a mirror. Alright, let's see what we've got. We've got to go see Harjit. Is like satisfied with this. I'm going to tell him about the mirror glimpses. Just a bit of my difficult childhood. The ocean is gone now. There's a Z out there churning with dark and uncharted waters, but it does not join to the nations we know, not even to Amsterdam or Calais. Yes, there's the Z out there, and if you've played Sunless Sea, you are familiar with it, or if you played Fallen London for that matter. Oh dear. A cavern of tentacled creatures. Alright, we go through the usual stuff here. The Warrens of Amber. I haven't been here before. Oh, this is interesting. Sorrow Spider. I'm not going to demand anything. I'm going to ask. My name is Barkergen. I used to be a person of consequence. That name sounds familiar. My city predates yours, though it is now gone. Yours fell on it, but I do not hold it against you. The fourth city had already gone to the dogs and worse. The fourth city. Ask about the previous city. What became of your city? It is gone now. Alright. Things down here would be best not to fall into. Things you can fall into. An open mouth is a thing. You may not take my arm. I've gotten into a whole cutscene sequence here I hadn't seen before. He cannot help it. Express a fond hope that this friend possesses good manners at the very least. As long as he knows how to handle his cutlery. Fear that you would not wish him to. His table etiquette is unconventional, to put it politely. Dionysian, to put it unkindly. Too many of your city's notions upon him, you will only be disappointed. His people from far away or long ago, or both. They do not resemble us, they do not think like us, they do not act like us. But they do not mean to harm us. Oh! Well, hello. This is Ratechikon. It is not his name, but what he has permitted me to call him. Barkergen, meanwhile, does in fact look a bit Mongolian, doesn't she? But Tachikon is... a man of surpassing flexibility. Rubbery man is the more suitable translation. He has insisted upon the masculine. I have not wished to dispute this. You shouldn't. He's picked a pronoun. Respect it. I refuse to translate that. They have sent us from the Vats to be their emissaries. The Vats? I have even learned your language. What under heaven happened there? Such an ugly polygamous tongue. let's see. Botachika makes a series of frantic honks as though to dissuade me. It would be rude. I'm going to flirt with her. I see manners have deteriorated in our absence. The general idea is to drink the tea, not deprave it. He wishes to add mosaic tiles somewhere for the difficult ones. Bear with me, as that cheating costermonger at the market says. Burbling. I'll accept the tentacle with intent. Means a recumbence is desired, but not... Oh. A recumbence is desired. I see that I am superfluous. That shall be my epithet, superfluous Barkagen. And she rolls her eyes. Very well, I do recall this one. I accept the apology. Like a duck being deflated. Trilling ululations. No, I would not ask that on a first visit. I love her eyebrows and the expressions she's making. She glances at me like she smells something bad. Again, by so doing that they're willing to entertain a request of such viscosity. I'm sorry, I'm stalled for just a moment. Oh, I might welcome another visit in the future. It's a long and treacherous road back through the caves. Just have time for one more errand. Poof. Well, that was an entire thing. I think I just, expressed interest in a physical relationship with Botachikon. Exactly how that might work out goes in some very hentai directions. This is a rubbery man made of tentacles. Of course, the thought of a relationship is going to go in some very hentai directions. This is just one of those things. Okay, wow, that was an entire thing. Wow. St. Albans Protomartyr has a bang on it. Take the census with Theophilus. Let's go on and do that. That gets me a census page. I'm going to change. I'm going to put on the full damn badge this time because I'm going there specifically for this, but I'm dressing otherwise fairly upbeat. All right. Church is looking a good deal. Is looking not too bad here, although, yeah. We've got the badge, so... A decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed, oh, for Pete's sake. That's the first thing he comes up with. Can show the ministry's teeth. Respond in the church's terms, seems to be the... Render unto Caesar as they say. Just a few answers about your habits. Try to establish some trust. That seems like a good idea. He's met me there. Alright, let's just ask here. Ask what became of his wife. Appeal to the expectations of the church. Oh. Far too common. I seem to recall running into this and mentioning that I'd used that same thing in the last Geomancer with an actual historical character. I put my characters in the last Geomancer aboard an actual ship going from Cornwall to Australia. And then in researching it, found that there was a young woman who traveled alone, gave birth during the voyage, and neither she nor the baby survived. So I wrote that into the story. Out here. Theophilus thinks that we are all dead and that this is in fact hell, or whatever the hereafter. Yeah. The jacket wants me to sympathize. Let's go with what the jacket wants. Aha! Bat. That is far too large to be a bat. Say nothing until it goes away. One wouldn't want to encourage it to come inside and investigate. I love the eyebrows thing that he's got going up there. That's darling. Oh, let's see. Ask what happened to the church roof. The church roof is always a problem. There's always a fund for the roof. Shortly after Pentecost, it all came down. Let's see. Congratulate him on his luck that no one was hurt. Or divinely providential. Yeah, it was good for you to stop in. Bugger off. Alright. Boom, chicka boom, 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 boom. Evening. Time for dinner. Go down to supper. Gotta get the thing to Rachel. Need to do that tomorrow. Ooh. I was able to do something that almost resembled cooking. Might be how they prefer it. Make sure to help clear the dishes after eating. Boom, shaboom, shaboom, shaboom. We move on. Another morning, another newspaper. Okay, yeah, same headlines that we've seen before. Pity. I had hoped for a bit more randomness. Alright, let's see. I'm beginning to be curious how many of these memories there are available here. There's... I've been just picking off the top, and they keep rolling more up. Oh, that was interesting. It was between sailings. Pined for lost lover. Is inspired. Regrets nothing. There we go. Got it. Save and exit. That one I don't have to ask questions about. Head outside. Linda's townhouse. Take Rachel my latest plot work. That's a quest goal. I should change. Get that off, and there we go. I don't have the Spirifer's Fork. Don't yet have the Spirifer's Fork. Okay, good morning. Here's Rachel. Describe the flying beast at St. Albans. See, it's just the way the floor of the deep ocean is covered with bones. So the whale fall again. Here we go. Offer this plot where the heroine turns to art. The inclusion of a Neathborn character is daring. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do it justice, but I will try. I would suggest that she's the ideal person to write it. But I sent her into the company of artists and poets who would open up a new vista of social embarrassment. The possibilities are rich. Admit she was my inspiration. Don't quite dare wear it. Oh! I was just wondering about the Spirifer's Fork, and there it is. Don't dare wear it myself. Oh, the hat, and they offered my most wild and profuse gratitude. Well, she's wanting some... Let's turn the subject to her artistic friends. Heh. Look after yourself, my dear. I'm in no hurry to change what we are now. Let's move on. Alright. Fantastically profitable. Build a story. I do need to now develop a plot about her artistic career. Okay, met someone in a literary salon of infernal origins. Aspired to art. This person is going to be... I've got quite a number of people interested enough here. Wrote a novel and is famous. We'll save and exit. I'm going to hold on developing that until I get another story element or so. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, I've got the Spearfish Fork. Right. Let's head outside. Hogslain Market. Take the census with Ivy. Let's go on and get that done. Rhea Raccoon Cat, greetings. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. I'm going to go talk with Ivy. I made scrambled eggs with feta. Ooh, I like doing that. Add a bit of chopped onion and let it toast before putting in the eggs. And a sprinkle of dill. Does wonders. Umesh, it's good to see you. This advances yours. Hell, she's complimenting me on my taste when I'm wearing the hat I bought from her. Let's mention the renaming of the Thames, now known as the Stolen River. The purchased river, the legitimately acquired estuary, everybody calls it the Stolen River. The Stolen River. Deep. I make the story as engaging as I can, yada yada. Sick of hearing about the fall, frankly. I had to spend it attending to my dear ma'am. Simply drop this topic. Explain that I'm working for the Ministry of the Census. Let's try to establish some trust. Ivy Fitzclare. It's what passed for a joke with my mum. Angle for an explanation. The Fitzclarences. Less to do with a ducal ancestor, more to do with strong drink. Born because she was born because it'd suit me. And for a tart's daughter, no point hiding it. Make an interest in her mom. Already a fallen woman. But upch. We once met someone with a name that was done as a joke. Oh dear, yes, it happens every now and then. And then there are times where you just run into someone like... I really wonder what Karen Case was thinking about when she named her son Justin. Alright, let's see. Explore the question of her future. Oh yes, but not until I have enough saved to move my shop to Ladybones. Mademoiselle Liere de Bordeaux, I'm planning to call myself de Bordeaux. She's still sticking with the wine thing. Darker and more marvelous. I can sound elegant, but I didn't learn my manners at a finishing school. Worked in the back room of the dressmaker's shop until I was good enough to put in front. Look at them again. Not 1 in 20 of the ladies I dress could do what I've done. Simply ask about her household. I live back at my mom's place when I'm not working in. That's a thing there. There were times when, yes, you brought the seamstress or the dressmaker to live in your house for a few days while they completed the particular piece. If you were going to a fancy dress ball, it was worth the expense of having the dressmaker on site to be able to do fittings whenever they needed to. Good company unless you got guests of your own, in which case I stay out late. Yeah, there may be a sock on the doorknob. Yeah, she's not interested. Let's ask about a romantic connection. She's going to be a bit cynical. I'm not the Blessed Virgin, am I? But I don't want child nor man sponging off me. Show me how to keep unencumbered. Sloop of war. Ask Ivy about her work. Simply ask about her employment. Oh yeah, tell them so you can't read. That you're deaf. You get I've got eyes in a brain, no harm. Your secrets are mine, and my secrets are my living. Now, did I also embrace opportunities when I find them? As you can see. Plans break. You're not bad company to have around, I must say. Hey, she moved closer. Accept and plan to befriend Ivy. Let's not try to take Ivy. That suits. There's something for you. Yes, when rubbing elbows, you tell them you got it from him, trusting you to spread the word. Alright. She just gave me the elegant cloak. Brilliant. Okay. Change in playstyle is being highly productive here. I've seen a major cutscene that I hadn't seen before. I've built through some of this fairly quickly. Let's see. It is time for dinner. I'm not going to bother to change for dinner. What? Ask what's happened? Received word from the surface. Oh, yes. Only London was abstracted. The mail has arrived. Let's poke at that. The Masters definitely are the ones who know most about what is going on. They're the ones who brought London down here. I wonder if the mail was lowered on a rope. Ugh. The Masters don't expect London to leave the Neath. It's a mite heavy to lift out. Half-dozen fresh pork and apple sausages. Good heavens. Let's just be thankful and not question the sausages. Mr. Hartz, who has been arranging the import of surface meats. Again, a non-answer. I've only seen the census pages for a few of them. We already know about Mr. Iron. We heard about him from Mr. Pages. Whew. Okay, we still have to finish. I have 4 pennies. I have 2 census pages that'll get me the pennies I need to finish paying my back rent. I've got the plot for the next novel started, but I do have to tell Archie I have something to show him. Let's get out of that and move on to the bong. Bell having rung, we move on. Contact achieved with the surface upon travel, possible via Z route. Too early for illustrations. I commented on that last time through, we'll move on. Kaboom. Alright. Well, the last item is I can't really remember. I think we may be burning through them. Let's go on and get after the fall, failing to heal. Oof. Sounds like our character dissociated for a while. Hey, somebody else has arrived. How you doing? Alice. Good to see you, Alice. We are ripping through this thing at this point. This needs to be... No, that's the best we can do there. Okay. Poke at this one for a moment, and I still haven't decided who the other person should be. Let's go with butter chicken. Motive. Hope for wealth. Promoted widely. Regrets nothing. Her patron, she takes a rubbery man as a patron. Let's go see where we can go. We can go to the Warrens of Amber. We could go take the census with the rubbery creatures. Oh, we have 2 census pages. That would give us enough pennies to go pay off. Let's just go on and combine and finish a goal here. Let's finish a goal. Oh, bother. Yes, I should change. I'll have to put on the stupid badge. I think after that I'm going to be wearing the Spirifer's fork for a while just to be provocative. Let's see, get 2 pennies from Theophilus. And Ivy, who gets me 2 pennies as well. Brilliant. We don't really care what you... I don't care who... Ask whether the masters always knew the way. There is always a way for us. Don't hide the root. I'll accept that answer, but I'm a little... That's... Oh my... Mr. Pages is making a little bit of an overture here. Aesthetic propriety of ruinous places. That which is broken inspires happiness and warmth of heart. Mr. Pages is taking me on a boat ride. Like Mr. Page's words, quite an extraordinary entity. Mellifluous is a word that comes to mind. There's a piece that showed up on Dr. Demento every now and then called Bulbous Bouffant by a group called Radio Free Vestibule. Don't know if you're familiar with it, but it is about words that are fun to say. Okay, let us go pay Horatia the rent. Let's clear that. I have seen them live. Oh, I am jealous. I am jealous of that. Oh, that would have been amazing. I've only been lucky enough. I've only heard the one piece, and yeah, but definitely a favorite. They put on a really fun show. I can only imagine. Taking inventory of the supplies again. Come straight to the point. They're just the vestibules now. Pay her the rest of the rent. And thank her for her help. Okay. Okay, that's done. I will agree out of friendliness. Oil first, then solids, whatever they've got. Don't let them sell you more than 1 jar of cricket flour. Make sure they're dead. Don't accept the live ones. If it jumps out of the jar, it's not dead. 1997, they must have been the vestibules when I saw them, but my memory is denying that, so who knows. The trip takes a long time. Half the stalls are already empty, half the remaining stalls are not offering anything we want. Takes a bit of effort. I've picked up a tailor's apron. Well, isn't that special? Helpful, cooperative, but with a gift for invention and a true appreciation of craft. Isn't long until dinner is served. And head outside and we do the dinner thing. It started snowing outside. It's not snow, it's oobleck. Not going well. Alright. Now, if I still have a day left in the season, I need to get that plot for Rachel's next novel to her. I've gotten further in that storyline than I had previously. I still have to get Archie a better story about what's really going on at the Ministry. I get the feeling I'm missing some story elements that would fill that one out a bit better. And there's still people out there to take the census. But, hey, I've only got 3 goals open right now and a lot of stuff completed and a lot of stuff here. Wow, it's been a thing. It has been a thing. Okay, we have had a bit of a time of it here. We have 5 days remaining in the season of confessions. All right, move on. We're seeing the same headlines over and over again. Which, okay, yeah, I can understand that. Alrighty. Well, folks, we have reached the top of the hour here. It has rolled around to the point where Carol Burnett is about to come out and sing. We won't actually do that as I don't want my audio muted. But, yeah, we have I have a new in-title card here that has the URL for the truck community schedule on it. Room for a bit more stuff. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to add there. And the URL, of course, for Bread Spotting, the Dickensian serial novel I'm working on. And a lovely bit of art by John Atkinson Grimshaw, who is one of my all-time favorite painters. I love his work so much. It has been a journey. It has been quite an exciting journey this evening. We've uncovered new material in the game. We've made progress. We've ventured around a bit about and talked about a number of things. Got some music to think about. Would like to, before closing, remind people that as it says on the game screen, trans rights are human rights, and Black Lives Matter, and Indigenous Lives Matter, and land back is not a metaphor. And folks, I'm 60 years old. I'm about to turn 61, and I'm really deeply concerned about the world I'm leaving to my children and to their children, and we need to get our shit together, folks. I mean, there's just no way around it. We gotta get our shit together. Hopefully, we've learned something from Poland, London, and from people who are working together in terrible circumstances to try and at least cobble something together out of it. We'll see where things go. We will be back next week, fingers crossed indeed. Fingers, toes, and anything else. I'll be back next week with more of Fallen London and Mask of the Rose as we continue our second plunge into this world and see just where we're going. like to try and poke further into the tentacle, into the Rubbery Men storyline, and see where else we get. Until then, safe journeys, space fans, wherever you may be.